This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. My name is Tim Daniel, and tonight's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Join all the action on FanDuel.com to play daily dingers and make your free pick on who's winning a homer this MLB season. Well, on tonight's show, Matt McLain goes deep. Haven't seen that in a long time. Bullpen lights out, and Rhett the Hitman Hart is back. Rhett Lowder gets the win. He was excellent tonight, but I'm going to start the show with something that's not on the rundown.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Well, I meant to hit what you're talking about, but are the Reds good? Like, I know they're not good, but are they good? Something seems off right now. They're playing very good baseball post the All-Star break. And obviously, a lot of us were very frustrated with how the trade deadline went. And all of us were very frustrated with how this season's gone since April. But lately, let me move this around real quick. They've been playing really good baseball. And tonight was another one of those nights. Now, I get it. They're playing the Athletics. They should beat up on the Athletics because the Athletics aren't very good. I get it. But I'm going off of multiple things here. Obviously, they've won 5 of their first 6 series post the All-Star break. That's big time. We're going to talk about the bullpen here in a little bit. They've been lights out. They've been so good. Starting pitching's kind of starting to come around. Well, I guess Hunter Greene's not, or Nick Lodolo. And they're not getting a ton of hits. They're not, just crushing the ball. They still have the runners in scoring position issues, all that stuff, but they're winning games. And at this point, I don't care about the MLB lottery. Like, I don't care about tanking for a draft pick like we do in the NBA, because it's like weird. The baseball lottery, if we've seen anything the past few years, it's nuts. The Reds were 4 games above 500 the year they got Chase Burns. And then when they had 100 losses, that was the year they got Rhett Lowder with the 7th pick. So keep winning games. We're going to keep having fun here on the show. I'm going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. We're going to talk baseball all the time. But let's get to old Rhett Lowder tonight.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I'll tell you what. There's very few people that I'm happier for when they have games like tonight than I am Rhett Lowder. Because he's pitched so well of late. And he has not had anything to show for it. Once again, pitchers' wins and losses are very stupid. Very, very stupid. But he was really good tonight. And, it starts off, Lawrence Butler hits a solo shot off in the first bat of the game and didn't faze him. Just moved that shoulder around, got a stretch in, and went right back to it. So tonight he has a quality. Goes 6 innings, a 2-run ball, does have 2 walks. Like I said, this affirmation solo homer to Lawrence Butler, and has 3 strikeouts. This is a guy who's probably a back end of the rotation guy. This is a guy that for some reason people aren't very patient with. He hasn't this is his first full season to bigs, and even this year he had an IL stint for a shoulder problem. Rhett Lowder's really good, and yeah, young pitchers are going to take a lot of time to figure out their ways of figure out their mechanics and figure out how to be comfortable on a baseball diamond and figure out how to run a major league mound. But we're watching him do that right now. And tonight was really, really good from him. So yeah, like I said, I'm not worried about Rhett Lowder getting 7-8 strikeouts a game. That might just not be his game. But he's really good at GABP, which is kind of fascinating, honestly, how good he is at GABP. And his last few outings has been really solid. So the Cardinals game, he goes 5 innings, has 2 earned runs. The Pirates game the other day, he has 6 innings of 2 earned runs, and today has 6 innings of 2 earned runs. And like I said, you're looking at those games, 3 strikeouts today against the Athletics, 5 strikeouts against the Pirates, 4 against the Cardinals. It's interesting. Hi, Cincinnati Reds Talk 26. How are you today? They said hi, Tim. So Got to give them some love. Obviously, all my everydayers get some love. So that's nice to see. But I just want to make sure, we pointed out we shouldn't give up on Rhett Lowder because he's only in his first full season of the bigs. And I think he's going to be just fine. He might be a back end of the rotation guy, but you could have worse guys be back into the rotation guys. And the starting pitching lately has been really solid. We obviously knew what Chase Burns was going to do. We know what Andrew Abbott's going to do. But Brady Singer has a really good outing last night. Rhett Lowder has a really good outing tonight. I'm liking to see these guys build off of it. And tell you what, they're getting really good pitching right now from their bullpen.
It's time to reveal who made the biggest under-the-radar impact with today's X Factor.
I am fascinated. I have to do my math to figure out where it's at now, but I saw that there was a stat that popped up during the game tonight that since July 21st, the Reds bullpen is the fourth best in Major League Baseball with a 1.84 earned run average. That is really funny because, as we know, for majority of the year, we were coming here and complaining about the bullpen being a nightmare. Because let's be honest, they were a nightmare. And they've really turned the corner of late. It's, I saw Josh might have said it earlier in the chat, but he said that since Emilio Pagán came back, the Reds their ERA is 2 earned runs better since he's been back than it was before that. Here it is. Yeah. So saw a stat in the pregame showing the bullpen is 2 full runs in ERA better since Pagán came back. That's amazing. And that's what you really want to see. So comes in Brock Burke, who's just been rock solid all year. He's just been so good. I'm so happy he's still on the team. If they do play next year, maybe he can stay around. Goes an inning in a third, gets 3 strikeouts. TJ Antone finishes up that inning, goes 2/3 of an inning, gets 2 outs. And then Emilio Pagán comes in, shuts the door with the strikeout. And the thing about Pagán that's really nice is he's getting called on a lot, right? So he's pitching, let's see, quite a bit. And I'm trying to bring up his games log so I can see how many games he's been out there recently. So he pitched since he came back from the IL. So he's pitched 19th, 21st, 22nd, 24th, 28th, 30th, 31st of July, and the 4th and 5th of August. So he's going out there quite a bit. And I know I read these off all the time, but just to show you it's getting better and better. He's got a .57 whip in his last 7 games with no walks and 9 strikeouts. They got something cooking right now. And it's been really fun to see. And I don't care what the results are at this point. I'm not sitting here hoping if they make a playoff run, great. Awesome. We can have some fun with it. We can celebrate it. Way to go. If they're just going to make things weird, as Pagán put it, make things weird. Give us something to have fun about every night, because that's where we're at this point. None of us think the Reds are going to be this team that goes on and makes this magic run and goes to the World Series by any stretch. It'd be awesome if they did, but we don't see that happening for obvious reasons. But if they're going to come out here every night and they're going to play fun baseball, they're going to play competitive baseball, they're going to give us something where we can come on here, turn the mic on, turn the camera on, get the lights on, you guys pop in the chat, and we can have some fun talking baseball together. I'm cool with that. And I think you guys are too by seeing what the chat's looking like tonight. You guys are really having a good time. I'm loving seeing you all have a good time. It's been a joy to see. So another excellent night from the bullpen. Shout out Emilio Pagán, who's just been terrific. And I'll tell you what, things are going the Reds' way of late because Matt McLain went deep today. So after the break, we're going to talk about Matt McLain and highlight a few more guys offensively right after this. But first, a big thank you to our friends at Amazon for this limited break. This back-to-school season, spend less on your kids with Amazon. We all know how crazy back-to-school shopping experience can be. It starts with a few items on the list, then suddenly you're shopping for supplies, clothes, lunch gear, tech, and about 10 other things you didn't see coming. It all adds up fast. When you look at the school supply list and wonder if you're shopping for one child or opening a small office supply store, I didn't realize first grade required this much inventory. Shopping like this can get out of control if you're not careful. When the school says your child needs a calculator, headphones, tablet for class, and somehow you're buying another one before the semester is halfway over, says, when do kids need so much tech for third grade? When it's 9 a.m. the night before school starts and somebody suddenly remembers they need folders, notebooks, markers, and apparently 12 other things nobody mentioned until now. Nothing gets the heart rate up quite like emergency school shopping. I'm convinced Prime's Deliver Tomorrow Before 7 a.m. feature was created exclusively for parents in this moment. So remember, with Amazon's low back-to-school prices, just spend less on your kids, because every dollar you don't spend on them is a dollar you haven't spent on them. Shop back to school at Amazon and spend less on your kids. Thank you all to our everydayers for hanging out with us here on the Postcast. It's really nice to see you guys here discussing all things Cincinnati Reds and big victories. As always, if you are subscribed to us here on YouTube, hit that notification button where you can not only get me after every single Reds game, but get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. You can also follow us on social media. I'm at TimDaniel518 and follow the show at Locked On Reds. We'll be on there. We love talking ball with all of you guys. And don't forget about the Everydayer Club. For $5 a month or $50 a year, you get access to ad-free episodes of all your favorite Locked On shows, whether it's me here at Locked On Reds or over at Locked On Cavs, and of course, all of your favorite shows. We want to be talking ball with all of you. So Matt McLain had a moment tonight. This is the real turning point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Now, I think we're all kind of getting to that point with Matt McLain where we want to believe, we feel like that 2023 version of himself is still in there, right? You know, he's too talented to be playing baseball the way he's playing baseball right now. And tonight, if you're in that group, which I know my guy Dave Magram is, tonight is one of those nights where you go, yes, Matt McLain can still be a positive player on the field. Now, look, it's one hit, right? But he's that solo shot ended up being really big in this game. So I know Noelvi Marte kind of has the game-winning run, the sac fly, but the Reds certainly don't get anywhere without that solo shot by McClain in the fifth inning, especially because Jonah Heim ties it up in the top of the sixth, and then Marte gets that sac fly that we talked about to bring Sal Stewart in. Low-scoring games, but in games like this, it's kind of the guys you least expect to step up and do things, right? I think John and Barry had a really good point today where I loved what they talked about today, by the way, like just kind of mentioning how good it's been. We talked about this quite a bit too, about since they put Elly and Sal at 1 and 2 in the order, just how things have just changed with the team. And now look, do they definitely need to get more consistent 3 through 9? Yes. Should they have more nights where Dane Myers is hitting third? Probably not, but I still love my guy, Dane Myers. He's my dude. So it's a little different. And, you know, the Marte sac fly tonight, he also had a really nice base hit where, you know, that his first at bat, I can't quit him. And I know that Hector Rodriguez is here because of his struggles. But Noelvi Marte just has those moments too, like kind of like McClain, where they you know, just has those couple of hits where you go, oh, okay, there's something in there. I just don't know if he's ever going to be able to put it together. I hope I'm wrong. But the Reds have too many guys in their team right now who have OPSs under 640. You're not going to win a whole lot of games with that. Let's talk about the rest of the offense, kind of give some highlights here. Elly again on base twice tonight with a hit and a walk. Sal gets a hit and has the go-ahead run. Dane Myers gets a single. I don't know, guys. This Geno thing, it's looking pretty depressing. Geno goes 0 for 3 tonight with 3 strikeouts and had like a 10 pitch at bat that I thought he was going to take advantage of. He is 3 for his last 24 with 14 strikeouts. I don't know what you do with that. Mentioned Marte. Blade hitting, you know, it's a lefty, so he was going to be on the border. How about Jose Trevino, who has really kind of kept this catching thing going between him and Tyler Stevenson? Both catchers have hit really well, and they're still here. No, Dave said, did you see Dane Myers snapping that bat over his knee? I did not see him Bo Jackson it. Oh, wait, this is the Cincinnati Reds show. He Glenn Braggs'd it, so I got to make that right. And then McClain with the solo shot. So tonight they have 6 hits. They only draw 1 walk, which was Elly. So that part was kind of weird. But look, again, they're stealing bases. Elly's got his 21st of the year. Noelvi Marte got a steal tonight. So make things difficult on the defense. I think that's the great way to do it. And I think that we're going to have situations like this where the Reds are going to have to create runs for themselves because the offense still has some work to do. but nights like tonight where they may not have scored off those 2 stolen bases, but they're at least making the effort to make things uncomfortable for the opposition. And I think that's something that I can live with. And I think that's something the Reds will, should keep going. I mean, I'm not saying go full on David Bell era where they're running on every pitch, but if they could be smart about it and make things a little more tricky like they did tonight on the opposition, I'll live with it as well. A couple things before we get out of here. So I did see the news of Hunter Greene going the IL right before the game started. Doesn't sound good. Sounds very TJ-ish. I hope I'm wrong, but doesn't sound promising. Nick Lodolo had his rehab outing today. I think he went 4 innings in Louisville, had 3 strikeouts. Guess he's still messing with that new grip, so we'll see how that goes as well. But otherwise, such is life. But hey, the Reds are winners tonight, and we will take it. They win another series. 5 of their last 6 series. They're 5 of their first 6 series since the All-Star break, I should say. The Reds have 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The Athletics have 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Rhett Lowder is your winning pitcher tonight. He is now 4-7 with a 5.26 earned run average. Forgive me, I had a little thing. Hayden Junger is the loser tonight. He is now 0-1 with a 4.35 ERA. Emilio Pagán picks up his 13th save. He is now at 4.26. And a thing tomorrow is possible that we haven't been a chance to say a whole lot. The Reds have a chance at a sweep tomorrow. Now, I believe I saw, if this is correct, that Andrew Abbott is going to go ahead and pitch in tomorrow's game. I could be wrong. If anyone wants to verify before we get out of here. But if it is Abbott on the hill tomorrow, I feel really good about the Reds' chances. I don't have stats ahead of me to prove that's the case. He'll be going against Mason Barnett, who is 1-1 with a 4.85 ERA. First pitch will be at 12:40. So for those who are just checking out for the first time and want to keep coming back, thank you. During the week, when they have getaway days like this, I don't get to be on live right after the game like normal. So I'll probably be about 45 minutes to an hour later. But I'm excited. I want to bring brooms here. I want you guys to bring brooms here. Hopefully we get a sweep tomorrow. But everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Please, like I said, be sure to hit that notification button here on YouTube or your podcast app of choice so you can make sure you get everything we bring you here at Locked On Reds between my show and then Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday as well. And of course, check out Locked On MLB. Make them your second listen of every day because they have a lot of fun there as well, but including MLB Game Night where they watch every game so you guys don't have to. But everyone, thank you all so much for spending some time with me. I'm Tim Daniel. Go Red Legs. I will see you tomorrow.